Okay, so it's 4:30 in the morning, shortly after Ash had his little outburst,
Yep.
waking up from his nightmare screaming, and Jake is on the last shift by himself. During this shift, around about, not far off 5 o'clock, kind of just before the sun starts hitting the horizon, you leave Skulk's car. You tell Skulk, because he wakes up because he hears the door unlocking.
Yep.
And you tell him on the way out that you are going to go and accompany Jake because you can't get back to sleep, so you're going to go and have a chat to Jake and just
Yep.
like help him on his watch.
Yeah, sounds
So
good.
he buys it. He's like, yeah, sweet as, cool. So he locks the door again, and you approach Jake, and you pretty much you make a little bit of small talk with him first, and then you kind of share your true intentions of why you're up and about.
Yep.
He obviously,
Doesn't like it.
well, he's like, it's your prerogative. You decide that. But at the end of the day, the way that he thought about it was that, it's got to be a group decision. But the whole reason you were doing this is because you couldn't allow it to go to a vote.
Yep.
This is something that you had to do personally.
Oh yeah, totally.
And you knew that
No
if
one
it
would
did
agree.
go to a vote, then shit wouldn't happen.
Yeah, no one would agree.
Exactly.
And I'd end up bitter about it for
well,
ages.
Not only that, but you couldn't risk it because then people
Yeah.
would be like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch the you don't just run off on us."
Yeah.
So you come up with the idea that you're gonna leave now and try and get back before everyone's up and about. So Jake loads you up with some gear. He gives you Josh's backpack. So that's full of all his little
Medical
kinds
gear
of,
and-
medical gear and
Yeah,
like
all that
survival
stuff.
equipment and stuff like that. So it's all very compact and stuff like that. So
Yep.
it's not a big heavy load that you're taking with you. And that's got a decent amount of food and water in there as well.
Yep.
Because that was part of the initial survival kit. And obviously you also have your trusty old Killer Kitty
Killer
bat.
bat. Yep.
And an ice pick as well if you choose so.
Yep.
Right. So you get this gear together, along with
A
a few
climbing harness as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Along with a
Yep.
few extras in another, just one of the basic black plastic bags that we had because we don't
Yep.
actually have a whole heap of bags. So
No.
in that bag you'll be able to chuck in a big reel of climbing rope and a harness with the belay clips.
Yep. It sounds
Right.
good.
Cool. So you load up all your gear. Jake takes you to the front of the barn where the Killer Kitty bat actually is, because that was used to bar the door with the bungee cords. So he unbungees it, gives you your Killer Kitty bat, and you start walking outside. So pretty much once you're outside, it's still very dark. The sun
Obviously.
is kind of just starting to hit the horizon, but it's still dark enough that you'd need something to light your way.
Yep. I would use the flashlight from the kit.
Cool. Alright, so you got your... It's like... There's a slightly smaller flashlight, but it's powerful as all hell.
It's one of those LED flashlights, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. Sweet.
So you make your way down the driveway, and you turn right and start heading down Long Trig Road. Now, you got it. You got a few options here. And so this is more how we'd probably run it. I'll give you like which direction you want to go, kind of thing. So
Okay.
you could continue along Trig Road to Whitford Marito Road and then walk down along there. But you also have the option to try and just cut through the fields.
I would probably I'd probably cut through the fields.
Yep.
To be honest.
Okie dokie. So, you pretty much it's once you're through the driveway, you start walking across through these fields. So it's dark, and you've got your flashlight. You
I
can't
think
really
they're all
hear.
farm fields. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're just farmland.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at the map now as I'm going across. So,
Oh, I should put it in Earth mode, not satellite mode.
so you're making your way across these fields. Now, you remember there being, a pretty decent amount of Jacksons backed by the BP in Whitford.
Yep.
So I'm guessing you'd probably want to try and avoid that area.
Yep.
Cool.
I would stick along the water.
All right. So heading down to that other bridge.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Right. So you head out from the driveway and across the field down to kind of like Saleyard Road, and you kind of meet the road along the riverside. Just gonna check my phone very quickly.
No, oh, nah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hold up.
What do I want for dinner? That's a tough question. I'm thinking.
Nah, that way's ages away. Nah, I mean there's a real small road that runs next to it, joins up with Whitford Wharf Road.
Whitford Wharf Road.
Yeah, see where the roundabout is?
Yes.
Yeah, that way.
Oh right. So
That tiny little road there.
you want to try and get onto that road there,
Yep.
not the Saleyard one
Nope.
down south. Okay. Sorry, I'll just be a moment.
That's all good. I'm trying to find the road. Ah, there we go. That's where he is. It's gonna be a bit of a hike.
It will.
I can handle it. I got a killer kitty bat. Get me through anything.
Right. So you're heading through the fields up towards Whitford Maritime
Whitford
Road.
Marify.
I'm guessing you kind of make your way through past that tree line, just taking a wide berth to try and get to that Whitford Wharf Road.
Hold up, I've
and
lost
going
where I
across
was.
the crossing there.
As I said, I'd stick to the water until I get past the roundabout.
Okay.
I was just saying I go
Stick
up
to the
that
water.
way.
Right. So that's your crossing point, though. Is that right?
Yeah, that little small bridge, crossing point, and then stick
Cool.
with the water.
Yeah. So you make your way across the fields, and you manage to avoid any kind of major properties. You make your way through your tree line, and you're on Whitford Marito Road.
Yep.
You quickly cross across that, run into the tree lines there, and get to the bridge that'll take you across to Whitford Wharf Road. So far, you haven't seen any Jacksons. You've heard moaning in the distance, but you still haven't seen any yet.
Yeah.
So if it was just before 5 when you left, it's going to be about 5:20 now.
Okay.
Right. So you slowly creak your way across the bridge, make your way onto Whitford Wharf Road,
Yep.
and I'm guessing from there, because there's that small little creek that's running alongside it to the left.
Yep.
I'm guessing what you're intending to do is to try and
Cross the creek.
cross the creek,
Yep.
just so that you stay well away from that roundabout area.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. As you cross Whitford Wharf Road, you do get a view down towards the roundabout.
Yep.
The sky is starting to brighten a little bit now, and by not using a torch too much, your eyes have kind of adjusted to light,
Okay.
and you can kind of make out dark silhouettes down by the roundabout
I
moving
avoid
about.
them.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're moving pretty stealthily as well, I'm guessing. Not kicking stuff over. or
No,
anything.
I would be very careful.
Yeah. Yeah. So full on stealth mission for Nick.
Yeah,
Right, so
maximum stealth.
you make your way into that field, which is just past that creek.
Yep.
Would you like to follow the road from that point, or try and get to that tree line that's just by the bend?
I would probably start to follow the road after that point, actually.
Yep. Okay. So
Right in the sort of. Yeah,
at
the
around that
corner.
first kind of bend, yeah.
yeah.
Cool. All right. So you make your way onto the road, and
Yes.
obviously it's a quiet road. You don't hear or see any vehicles, and you continue to walk along it.
Yeah,
It's a long walk.
it's a
and
long
it's
road.
a relatively uneventful walk. I mean, last time you guys were coming through here, you were racing through pretty quick, so you didn't get a look at the surroundings. But you're noticing just a lot of like garage doors wide open, and it looks like people left in a big hurry from this area,
Yep.
or at least tried to. You can still
Yeah.
see a few cars that have got like a whole heap of their belongings strapped down on the top of it, and some of them will be along the side of the road, doors open, windows smashed.
Yep. Whereabouts
So-
am I? On the road now?
Well, let's see. You've been walking for a wee bit now. I'd say you'd probably made your place past Wade's Road.
Yep.
Yep, so you're still continuing down along there. And it's a very similar sight as you continue along. Again, you're not noticing any signs of living people about. And you can hear the occasional moan or branch snap, and when you do, you hold still for a moment and just listen.
Get ready for action, sort of thing.
Yeah, but luckily nothing notices you.
Yep.
Because you're moving very silently down the centre of the road. There's nothing really that's going to make too much sound. Even your footsteps are pretty muted at this time of the morning,
Sweet.
with kind of
I'm
like
liking.
a heavy kind of mist in the air. Like it's not obscuring your vision, but it's suppressing sound.
Okay.
Yeah. So you make your way along Whitford Road more,
Yes.
continuing down along the winds, making your way up to Griggs Road. Wow, that
Hold
is
up.
a bit of a walk. So,
Yeah, it's a big walk.
so you're about kind of halfway now. By this point, I'd say it's probably getting close towards 6 o'clock now.
Yep. That's cool.
Yep. So the world's getting brighter. You can see more, but also
would've-
that means that things can see you.
Yeah, I would have turned my flashlight off as soon as
Yeah.
I could basically see without it.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see pretty well now, and I'm guessing you're keeping yourself relatively kind of low to the ground and kind of try and not walk straight down the middle of the road now. But
No, I'd
try
be
and
going
use the
in
cover.
amongst as much trees as I could
Yeah,
and that sort of
yeah.
stuff. Just sticking to the road so that I don't
Cool.
wander off into a field and lose
Yeah.
myself.
There are a few moments when you're walking along where you do notice a Jackson in one of the fields,
Okay.
but they're facing off in another direction. So you can see them clearly, but you can kind of see where their vision's directed, and you manage to kind of sneak by them without them taking any major notice.
Okay. Cool.
Right, so you make your way up to Bloomfields Roads. So you're about halfway now.
Yeah. This
And,
is where it gets interesting though.
Yes. The
This is
rest
weird.
the rest of the walk will take you, because it is extra hilly around this kind of area.
Yeah.
More ups and downs. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna take you another 25 minutes, at least, if not more.
Yep.
What do you think? The Bloomfields to the bridge. Would you say it's more of a half an hour walk, or
Yeah. It's a pretty long walk.
yeah?
Probably more than half an hour to be honest, but
All right.
we'll go with 40 minutes.
45.
Okay.
We'll call it
Yep.
45 minutes. Okay. So you're making your way along. Again, it's relatively uneventful. The sun is getting higher, and you are able to see more. And same thing, you're seeing Jacksons. Some of them caught in fields, like they're stuck up against fences. So like one in the distance will see you and we're trying to come towards you, but kind of gets stuck by the fence. And others get attracted to him. So they in turn get stuck by this fence, just snarling at you from a distance.
Yep.
And you make your way further along.
The only part I'm worried about is all the buildings up near the bridge.
Yes. Okay. You're
Yep.
continuing along more. You're getting closer and closer to the bridge now.
Yeah.
There's a few cars along the side of the road.
Okay.
Similar scenarios to the ones that you saw earlier. You're
Yep.
guessing these are people that stopped, tried to help someone else, or didn't realize exactly what was happening at the time, and were never able to get back into their car.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But luckily, it seems that whoever did die here has passed on from this area, drawn off by something else, another noise somewhere. And you're able to make your way along further.
Up
Okay, I'm gonna jump
to-
into Street View now on the bridge because you're getting close to the bend.
Right. Okie dokie.
Alright. So, when you arrive at the foot of the bridge, it is 6:45, give or take a few minutes. It's still dark, but your eyes have adjusted pretty well. You can see when you're looking down towards the end of the bridge, the part of the railing that was smashed off when Aiden and the territorial truck flew off the edge.
Yep.
Okay. You walk along the right side of the bridge
Yep.
by that railing.
You'll notice. No, I wouldn't have gone right to the bridge. There's a sign back up the road a bit that's got a path that goes halfway down into the gorge.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is if you go up. I think it's the first corner sign before the bridge. Yeah, it is.
Ah, nice. So there's the walkway that winds its way down there.
About halfway down. Yeah.
Ah, I see.
So if you go back to the first, like, you know how there's the yellow turning signs. It's the first one before the bridge, before, like, from right eye direction. And if you look directly right from that, you'll see a little gravel pathway.
Little gravel pathway. Is this in Street View or is this on?
Yeah,
the
Street
maps?
View. No, it's real small. Like, it's a one-person
right.
path at most.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out where that is. Oh, so I wouldn't be able to see it from satellite view.
No, you'd have to go into Street View.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so you're saying this takes you around about halfway down?
Yeah, it's definitely doesn't go the whole way down. I know that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be used for, like, ground samples and stuff. They have massive rods they stick into the side of the hill.
Yeah. Okay, well you probably know that area a little bit better than me. So
Yeah, it'll be it's still a bit of a climb down, but
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so you make your way down along this path,
Yep.
and it's
I'll screenshot it for you.
oh,
How about that?
gangster.
We got that ability here.
Yep. Right,
Anyway,
so
carry on.
yeah, you can make your way along this pathway, and there are a few bits where you have to hold on to a few different trees and branches as you kind of try and make your way down along, and you can eventually get sight of a vehicle. It's still further down from you, but it's the army truck.
Okay.
Now, you probably wouldn't recognize like the actual make of the truck.
No, I wouldn't.
Do-do-do-do-do. But essentially, it's a big four-wheeler truck. It's the kind of thing that was made for civilian use, but kind of refitted and beefed up and repainted to make it a military model.
Okay.
This is upside down. Its headlights still on, so you see the light from them before you actually see it. You can kind of see it filtering through the trees.
How do I send you an image?
How do you send me an image? Email?
Can you not send stuff via Skype?
I think you can. Probably through Track.
There you
Yeah,
can.
there you go. Trackyo. Thank you. Thank you for the image. I am currently downloading it, I think.
You'll see it in like the bottom right corners where the track is,
Yeah. Okay. hang on,
and the
right.
bridge is in the left.
Okay, it's downloading now, very slowly for Skype. Alright, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, apparently.
Okay, sweet as.
40 seconds, 26, 20, 15.
14,
Great
11,
estimations.
7, 4. It's
Four.
Microsoft time.
Yeah, it is. There we go, open file. Right, I
See what I mean? It's real
see.
small.
Oh, right, and so that goes along the outside
Goes
edge.
down into the goes down to the bush and
Yeah. I see, I understand. So yes, you see the headlights filtering through the trees.
Yep.
And as you get sight of this, you see that it's the military tuck, the military tuck, flipped upside down, and then you realize it's actually a truck and it's not actually a tuck, but it looks
No- no
similar.
tucks
It
here.
looks similar. No, there's no tucks here. No,
so
not at all.
disappointing.
So yes, it's flipped upside down, and as you kind of peer around the trees, you can see through the windows of the front cab. You can see the paint has been scorched and it's kind of bubbled.
Mm.
So you can see that there was a fire there, but it's kind of run its course and it's burnt out. But the front cab is badly scorched. You think you can see a wheel from Aiden's car next to the creek/stream down there.
Mhm.
It's looked like it's washed down a little bit and it's got caught on rocks. You can't see his car from where you are, but there is a large tree and rock that you may be able to tie your rope around to get a good hold to abseil down.
I would probably try, if the tree's sturdy, I'd probably try the tree.
Okay, right. You shake the tree a little bit, and it's sturdy. You know, it's not going anywhere. So you wrap the climbing rope around it and knot it to all hell.
Yep.
Do you know any climbing knots?
Nope.
So it'll be like 15 knots of awesomeness.
It'll be like
yeah,
this just messy, horrible mess. Yeah, of knots.
yeah, definitely. It does the job.
It does the job. I just probably can't undo it afterwards. But whatever.
Yep. So you do this. You pull the harness on.
Yep.
Clip it up. You get your little carabiner, run your rope from it, and you hold all the excess rope in your hand, and you kind of slowly walk up to the edge and then turn around backwards to start to try and climb down.
Yep.
All right.
This is probably a good time to say that I'm fucking terrified of heights, eh?
Yep. So with all of your strength and willpower, you keep your eyes fixated at the rock and mud wall as you go over the edge.
Yep.
And just like you don't look down at all. So
No.
again, you don't see a car. You see the wall.
Yep. That's
You
totally what I'd do though.
Yeah. So you slowly make your way down. There's a few adrenaline pumping moments when your hand slips on the rope and you slip slightly but manage to get a foothold and get your grip on the rope again. And after some time and lots of staring at the wall, you make yourself to the floor.
Awesome. That's where I want to be.
Yes, the floor. On ground level. When you turn around, right across the stream from you is the army truck, upside down, and you can see that the front window's completely smashed, and it's just like black and on the inside of the cab, and you can see the markings that the flames have left as they've been licking up over the side. When you turn your head to the left, underneath the bridge, and on your side of the river, you can see Aiden's car.
Okay. I would approach Aiden's car first.
Right. Aiden's car has come off and it's slammed down nose first into the ground. The nose completely crumpling in, crushing the engine, pushing the cab right back. Because Aiden's car was just it was one of those two-door, I don't know, what's the best way to describe it? You know, it's not a big car. It was one of those smaller two-door cars.
Yep.
White. Colour's important.
Yep.
So yeah, the
Well, it's
front
kind
of
of charred now, isn't it? So.
Yeah. So the front of it's been kind of like right smashed in. So it would have landed on its nose and it's tilted over onto its side. So you can just kind of see the underside of it. The front, the actual top side of the car is facing away from you, but it's on your side of the creek. So you slowly approach the car. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll be very careful.
Yeah, very careful. So I'm guessing you'll unclip from the rope, and
Yes, I would have unclipped from the rope when I hit the ground, to be honest.
and you'll unsheath your Killer Kitty bat.
Yep, Killer Kitty Bat's going to do all of the
untie.
prodding.
Yeah. So Killer Kitty
Before I
bat,
touch the
grip
car,
tightly.
I prod it to see if it's going to do anything.
You prod the car.
To see, well, before I
Yeah.
touch it, yeah.
Yeah. So you prod the car. It doesn't move.
No budging. Cool.
No budging. It looks like it's found its place. It's
Cool.
It's settled there.
I'm
No
happy with
chance
that.
of it rolling anywhere.
Yep.
Okay.
I look
So,
in the windows, I guess.
Looking at the car, to your left is the front, to the right is your back. Which side of the car would you like to go around?
The front.
The front side?
Yeah.
Okay. So you slowly make your way around the left, and you can see that it was left tire that had come off and gone down the creek a bit.
Yep.
But you can just see that the front of the car is completely smashed in, and as you can come round, you can see that the actual cab itself is crumpled in, and you can't really see through the windscreen because it's come down so much.
Yep. Shit. Okay. Damn.
You make your way around though.
Yep.
So
With
the
Killer
front
Kitty Bat
windscreen
ready.
part has been crushed in, but you can still see that there's a way you'd be able to see in through the left-hand side passenger window, because obviously
Yep.
the other passenger side is on the ground. Would you like to approach it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I would.
You slowly approach the
Kind of.
window,
Yep. Slowly. Killer Kitty Bat ready.
Killer Kitty bat in hand,
Yep.
and you look over and into the car.
Yes.
Right. Immediately, you're kind of shocked by the amount of blood you see.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
There's a decent amount of blood in there.
Yep.
You can't see a body,
Okay.
but you do see part of a body.
Oh. Is it the bottom part?
No. By the steering wheel, crushed up against the driver's side door, is a severed hand.
Okay.
Pulled at the bottom of the car is a decent amount of blood.
Yep.
Now, I'm not going to make you roll perception or anything, but
I don't have anything to roll with here. Oh, I can get dice.
around the car, you can see tracks in the kind of dusty mud that settles on the rocks.
Mm.
You can see footprints.
Blood trail.
There's a blood trail. But
Okay.
there's 2 sets of footprints. There was one
Two
set
sets of
leading to
footprints.
this car from the creek.
Mm.
So they're wet and they kind of set hard in the dust. And another pair leading away from here. And you can see a blood trail leading underneath the bridge.
I would check the military vehicle, or the attempted military vehicle
Yep.
first.
Okay, so you hop across the creek.
Yes.
Okay.
Or yes.
Well, yeah, try and find a rock or something that you can kind of stand on in between, because it's not the
Yep.
kind of thing you can do in one leap, is it?
No.
No.
I
So, yeah, sorry?
I don't mind getting wet. A little bit wet's all good, but
Yeah.
I try and stay as dry as possible.
Okay. Yep, so there are a few rocks that you can kind of use as stepping stones along the way, and you surprisingly skillfully managed to make your way across with your Killer Kitty bat as kind of like a balance for you.
Okay, cool.
Right.
This is going quite smooth so far.
Yeah, it's
apart
not
from-
going bad. Not going bad at all.
See how it goes.
As you approach the truck, again you can see that the cab's completely blackened out, but
Yes.
it hasn't crushed the vehicle by it flipping over. Now-
Okay.
There is a way into the rear of the truck, so this is like a 2-door front cab, and then it's got it was like a soft top kind of back, but the soft top was on there's big thick roll bars that the soft top is kind of pulled over.
Okay.
So there's been a slice made in the side of the soft top, and you kind of imagine that if you pulled and tugged at it a little bit, you'd be able to tear it open and try and get in through there.
Oh shit. Do I see any other potential way in? I don't like this idea of crawling inside.
I
Right.
mean, you could try and get in through the back of it.
No, fuck it, I'll go through the roof.
Okay.
Well, through the tear hole.
Yeah. Okay. So you tear on in.
Yeah.
You'll have to use your torch to see inside.
Yep. Turn the torch on.
All
Hold
right?
it in my mouth with the killer kit bit ready.
As soon as you kind of tear it up, before you see anything, you get hit with like a nauseating smell, like a horrible smell, and it smells like death.
Oh.
And once you got your torch in your mouth and you look inside, you can see what looks like around about 20 bodies at different stages of decomposition,
Oh
all
shit.
kind of rolled around on the ground, because obviously they would have been laid in the back, and now they're kind of just all over the place on the roof because it's upside down. You can see that there are
I'm just
It's-
realizing that I'm sitting here pulling stupid faces to no one.
looking past the bodies, you can see what looks like it's kind of like a steel box, like I'd say it's about the size of
Oh, I want it. I just want to steal. It's a steel box. It's
a
gonna.
steel box, and it's painted camo, and
Oh, I want it.
yeah, and there's a lock on it. what looks like
Yeah.
a padlock, and you can
Doesn't
see
fit.
that that's been jumbled around as well. But other than the bodies, that's the only major thing that you can see in there.
Okay, I would go for lockbox.
You go for
I'd very
lockbox.
carefully go for lockbox, checking the corpses aren't doing nothing.
Yep. So you crawl into the
Yeah,
truck.
I don't like this idea, but yes, I do.
Yep. Okay. When you're
Very
inside, you
hesitantly.
yeah. When you're inside, the faces that are kind of staring back at you, you can see that they've been shot on the head.
Okay, I ignore the ones with bullet holes in the head.
Yeah. There are some that look like they have like other kinds of head wounds. Some of them are like there's not much of the head there.
Okay,
You
I-
slowly crawl across these bodies.
Yep.
And the smell is just like absolutely horrible. Like it's just you want to get away from it as soon as you can, and so you
Yep,
kind of try
I-
and quickly
I do.
move across the bodies. You lean out and grab the lockbox.
Yep.
It's pretty heavy, but you manage to kind of lift it with one hand and then drop it on a body, and then you kind of get a chance to get a purchase.
If you
with
can tell me
two
how
hands.
heavy it is, then I can tell you whether or not how easily I'd lift it.
Okay. Oh, it feels
It's-
relatively heavy, but
It's relatively
carry it.
heavy.
relatively.
Whatever relatively heavy is to me.
Yes.
It's that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
whatever is relatively heavy to you. So you're
Okay.
like, oh, it's like a truck then.
No.
All right, so you managed to pull this lockbox out with you. I'm guessing you
Yep.
don't want to try and open it in here.
No.
No. Okay. So
No, I get away from the smell.
yeah, you get right out of there, and you kind of dry reaching as you're getting out.
Yep.
The smell's just like horrible, and the sight isn't pleasant.
Nope.
Yeah. If you had a big lunch or a big breakfast, you would have lost it, but you're just dry reaching because you guys haven't had much to eat.
Yep.
So you get out of the vehicle.
Am I gonna end up with fucking
eyes
nightmares
watering.
of faces?
Oh no. Who knows? We'll see how that goes.
Damn it.
And you manage to like clump this lockbox outside, and you
Yep.
get a good look at it, and you can see that it's just like it's a combination lock that's on it. It's like a padlock, but it's got like the number combinations on them.
Yep. Okay. I'm not gonna try and open it until I get. Well, actually, shit. I'll try and open it now. Is there anything like a rock around that I can use to try and?
There are some decently sized rock. There's some small pebbles, but there's the occasional kind of
Big,
pen-sized hammer rock that would be perfect for
Are there any
smashing
big
off locks.
bouldery type things that I can use to throw at it?
Yeah, there are. Yeah, there's slightly bigger ones as well. I mean, you've got a pretty good lifting strength, so you'd be able to attempt to try and.
Before I do that,
Yeah.
very gently rattling it, does it sound like anything fragile? Does it sound metallic if I rattle it, or
You
porcelain?
don't
or
hear a rattle when you.
don't hear a
it.
rattle.
No. But
Okay.
it feels heavier than just the box itself.
I'll attempt to hammer it open with a rock first, and if that doesn't work, I'll go with a boulder.
Okay. So you hammer it with the rock for a while, clanking into it. It's chipping it. It's making it look, it's doing a little bit of damage to the rock, to the lock, but it's
totally
not
fucking the rock
breaking
up.
it straight off. Yeah. So, boulder time.
Yep, boulder time.
Alright,
Massive
so-
boulder.
Um,
The- if
I'm
I
guessing
can
what you
carry it-
put the lockbox on its side so that you can see the lock.
Lock,
Right.
lock
You find
visible.
a,
Throw
yep,
it down
lock's visible.
onto lock.
Boom. Okay, so you lift up this heavy rock, and you slam it down onto it, and it bounces off, and the lockbox kind of
Shoots off.
yeah. Well, the lock crunches, but the lockbox rolls slightly down towards the stream. But
Mm,
you kind of manage to scramble after it and stop it before it gets in there.
cool.
Right. It hasn't opened yet,
Mm.
but the lock is off. It is
Oh.
able to be opened.
I open the box.
You open the box, and
Yeah.
I will, because again, I don't want to say a name because you probably wouldn't know what it is right away, but I will show you what's in there. I apologize for my chair creaking. You can probably hear in
It's
the
all good.
background.
You can
So how
probably
do
hear-
you send the files?
I just dragged it on.
Dragged it. Wow, that's gangster.
Yeah, Skype's pretty good like that.
What's that? Sorry.
Skype's pretty good like
Oh,
that.
Skype. I thought you said Scott. I was like, what?
Yeah, Scott, he's awesome.
I don't get it.
He's
Date modifier.
something. I don't even know what he's got to do with this, but yep.
Right, I need to at least change the name so that it... Whoa!
Right, from
What the hell
Trackio.
is going on with my computer? All of a sudden it just started playing Medieval Total War 2. What the hell? How is it even possible?
I don't even have
Sorry.
it installed.
I'm I'm suffering severe technical difficulty. Alright, let's just...
Google Street View is pretty impressive, eh?
Oh, hell yes. Right. Okay, back to some semblance of sanity.
I'm just dicking around in that while I'm waiting. Trying to see if I can find on the map where that little pathway was,
Oh, right.
so you can see it on satellite mode.
Right, I'm sending you a picture.
Oh, see, there's.
Oh, you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, that was a scent sound. It sounded like it hung up.
That is a bullpup.
That's a what?
Bullpup.
A
What they
what?
call a bullpup. You sent me a bullpup.
A bullpup?
Yeah,
Is that what you call it?
that's what I call it. That's the Counter-Strike name for them.
Ah, so essentially, guys that are listening,
It's a rifle with a scope,
yeah, it is a
semi-automatic.
it's a semi-automatic rifle. There's a clip inside as well.